Two reptilian monsters, two tragic men twisted by science and mutation. From Gotham's grimy sewers to the streets of New York City, Killer Croc and the Lizard are two of the most dangerous predators to ever crawl out of the pages of DC and Marvel comics. But if these two beasts ever met toe to toe, tooth, claw, and scale, who's slithering away the winner? Let's find out. Waylon Jones wasn't born a monster, but the world sure treated him like one. Born with a rare genetic condition that gave him tough, reptile-like skin, Jones grew up abused and ridiculed. That pain slowly pushed him toward a darker path, from alligator wrestler and sideshow freak to Gotham City's most terrifying enforcer. Over time, his body mutated further. His skin hardened into armor tougher than Kevlar. His strength skyrocketed, and his humanity began to fade as the primal side took over. Waylon Jones became Killer Croc. Meanwhile, across universes, Dr. Kurt Connor's transformation came from desperation. A decorated war surgeon, Connors lost his arm while saving soldiers under fire. Unable to operate again, he turned to science, specifically reptilian DNA, in the hope of regrowing his limb. And it worked for a moment. His arm grew back, but the serum warped his body and mind, turning him into something savage and unstoppable. The brilliant doctor became the Lizard, a towering, cold-blooded monster with the mind of a man and the instincts of a predator. Don't let Batman's rogues gallery fool you. Killer Croc is built different. This guy has knocked out Batman with one punch on multiple occasions, ripped apart steel doors, torn cars in half, and even busted open a bank vault with his bare hands. Every time his mutation advances, he grows even stronger. Croc's taken down Venom-amped Bane, fought Solomon Grundy to a standstill, and even won a few times against Solomon. But he's also battled Aquaman underwater, one of the most physically powerful heroes in DC. In one crazy moment, Crocs even managed to tag Kryptonians like Superman and Zod. Sure, he wasn't actually hurting them, but the fact that he landed a shot at all is wild. But let's not sleep on Connors. The Lizard's strength is legit terrifying. Spider-Man himself has said that the Lizard might actually outmuscle him, and that's coming from someone who can lift over 10 tons. The Lizard has ragdolled Peter through reinforced walls, hurled cars like baseballs, and smashed through solid steel, even clashed with powerhouses like Morbius and Venom. When Spidey admits he can't even break the Lizard's grip at full strength, that's not a good sign. The Lizard's raw power comfortably lands in the 10 to 15 ton range, and when he loses control, it only climbs higher. Croc isn't just strong, he's a tank. His hide is basically bulletproof now. Deadshot once shot him point blank in the head, and the bullet barely cracked the surface. He survived skyscraper level falls, explosions that leveled entire city blocks, and hits from the likes of Supergirl and Aquaman. Even when he gets torn up, Croc heals fast, regrowing limbs, shrugging off stab wounds, and recovering from massive injuries that would end anyone else. Every time he mutates, his durability and healing factor ramp up another level, making him harder and harder to put down. Now the Lizard, he's got healing on another level too. Connors has been shot, burned, electrocuted, blasted by Human Torch's flames, and still kept coming. His healing factor lets him recover from nearly any wound in minutes, even regrowing entire limbs. Spider-Man once said hitting the Lizard felt like punching solid steel, and he wasn't exaggerating. Bullets bounce right off, blunt force barely phases him, and even high energy attacks only slow him down. This is a creature who survives things that would kill humans 100 times over. Between the two, speed is a big deal. Croc's size doesn't slow him down. He's fast enough to keep up with Batman and Nightwing in close quarters, two of the best martial artists on Earth. He's ambushed entire SWAT teams without being noticed and swam fast enough to catch boats moving at full speed. But the lizard, he's on another level. Connors has blitzed Spider-Man in combat. Spider-Man, the guy with literal danger sense, or should I say spider sense. He's dodged weapon, snuck up on Pete from behind, and even outrun bullets in close-range firefights. He moves like a coiled spring, all muscle and instinct. And when you add his wall-crawling agility and tail-whipping strikes, he's a nightmare in motion. Croc's usually portrayed as a brute, but that's not the full story. In more recent comics, it's been implied that his dumb monster act is just that, an act. He's actually smarter and more tactical than people think. He's outsmarted Batman in the sewers, used traps, and even manipulated other villains to his advantage. But even with that cunning, the lizard has him beat in intellect. Dr. Kurt Connors is a certified genius, a world-class biologist with doctorates in genetics and herpetology. Even when he's transformed, traces of that scientific mind remain. In some storylines, he's modified his serum mid-battle, engineered biological weapons, and even manipulated his mutation to grow stronger on command. Let's talk extras. Croc's got a serious edge underwater. He can breathe through gills, swim at high speeds, and fight effectively in aquatic environments. His claws and teeth can tear through concrete, and his bite force is powerful enough to crush bone like paper. He's got razor-sharp claws capable of slicing through metal and tearing through Spider-Man's webbing. His prehensile tail acts like a third arm, strong enough to wrap around enemies or slam them through walls. But his most unique ability is reptile control. The lizard can telepathically command reptiles like snakes, crocs, iguanas, you name it. He summons swarms to overwhelm Spider-Man and even turn entire swarms into living armies. And through pheromones and psychic influence, he can awaken the lizard brain in humans, reducing people to primal, animalistic versions of themselves. That's the kind of power that could mess with Croc on a biological level. Alright, so what happens when these two titans collide? Both are tanks with superhuman strength, regeneration, and animal instincts. Both can tear through steel, crush cars, and shrug off bullets. But in this fight, details matter. Croc's raw strength and durability make him dangerous. He's one of the few Gotham villains who can straight up brawl with Aquaman and survive. His body constantly adapts, meaning he's always evolving into something stronger. But the lizard's faster, more agile, and more intelligent, even in his feral state. Spider-Man, who fights people like Venom and Rhino on the daily, fears fighting the lizard head-on. Meanwhile, Batman, despite being just human, regularly finds ways to beat Croc with prep and gadgets. That difference in scale tells the story. The lizard hits harder than Croc, heals just as fast, moves quicker, and has a tail and telepathy to back it all up. Even if Croc's durability holds out for a while, Connors has too many ways to counter him. Most importantly, the lizard could use his pheromone-based influence to trigger Croc's animal instincts, forcing him into a berserker rage where he loses strategy and fights purely on instinct. That's when Connors, with his superior agility and combat awareness, strikes back hard. Unless you're pulling from those rare storylines where Croc mutates into a Justice League level kaiju, the lizard's toolkit, and speed are just too much. At the end of the day, this isn't just a fight of scales and claws, it's a fight of adaptability and control. Killer Croc is a powerhouse, no question, but the lizard, his evolution perfected, faster, smarter, and every bit as savage. Everything Croc can do, the lizard does better, and then some. So in this battle of the beast, only one creature walks away standing tall. The lizard wins.